Good morning. Listen here. It's Ladybug. I know it's been a minute. I've been MIA, missing the action, and it's not totally because I wanted to be. One, I had to be obedient to God. Two, I told you I would never come before you unless God has spoken. God has said a lot in this season, but He's allowed me a period of rest, which was absolutely necessary, physically and spiritually. However, it's Sunday morning. I am so excited about this day, about this 21st day of October 2018. Listen here, I love you. I've missed you. But God has something to say to us that in this season, it's really not about your strength in this season. Although you are a main player, you are a part of the starting five. However, God said it's about the strength of your point man. God, hear me. Today, God said, in the game of basketball, you have a power forward. You have the different various positions, but you always want to have a strong, accurate point guard. You can be a guard no less, but when you're the point guard, you know how to make that shot when it's crucial. And so God is saying in this season, identify, and then you have to pray for your point man, your point woman. You got to be able to, sir and ma'am, identify properly only by way of the alignment with the power of the Holy Spirit that is ordained to unveil or unmask to you who your point man, who your point woman is. You have to identify that person, and then you have to pray without ceasing, covering them, because in this season they are the one that is ordained to be there with you in your period of transition, in your period of level change. When you go from to the new levels and to elevation, you go through different feelings and different emotions. You go through different things. And so it's just like being on an airplane. The more the plane ascends, there's different. Sometimes your body reacts to the change in elevation. Some of us, we have to swallow hard because our ears are popping. Some of us are not affected by the level change. But when there is a steep level change, there are significant feelings that come along with that change. And so it may be the feeling of loneliness because you don't know anybody at this new level. It may be the feeling of fear of, can I make it on this level? So God is saying today, identify your point guard, identify your point man, and this person only is who you confide in, because everybody can't take your change, can't take your elevation shift. And so now today God is saying, talk to my people. Listen here, it is time for you to properly identify, and the only way you can do that is let God point out who they are, and then you acknowledge them. Even when it seems strange, even when it's not the person that you may likely have thought it to be, forget about who you said and lean not into your own understanding, but in all your ways acknowledge, so that God can direct your path. Come on, we've leaned into our own understanding too many times, and we've made the wrong decision. We've chosen the wrong point guard. We've chosen the wrong point man, the point woman, and we've ended up in situations that have now become lessons learned. And so now that we're moving on to the next season, in the next level, God is saying, let me identify your point guard, and then you do your due diligence to be in the right place at the right time, and so that you can go to the next level. The next level promises to bring you into an understanding, to be able to connect the dots where God has said, different things to you in the years past, months past, days past. But the next level will have new tests. The next level will have new temptations. The next level will have even deeper signs and wonders that you will have to be closer to God in order to understand and to see. And so I'm saying to you, my sister and my brother, allow God to identify and to point out your point guard, and then you pray to God that you are that your spiritual eye can grab hold and be able to focus, and that you won't miss the signs and wonders, and that you won't miss the shifting to the next level, to the best days of your life. Listen here, your point guard is important. Choose them wisely. I'm sorry, don't choose them. Look, make sure you select the one that God has ordained. Just like the man and woman of God had to go and anoint David as the next king, they was going and seeking. Hear me. There were others lined up. his other brothers, but they were not the one. David was the one. Make sure that the one that is chosen, the one that is selected, is the one that God has chosen. Let me say that right. The one that you select, make sure that they're the one that God has chosen to be your point guard, to be the one in this season. You need someone that's strong in this season. You need someone who is definitely spiritual. You need someone in this season who is definitely got some muscle and some strength. You in this season, you need someone, who can be a shoulder. You in this season, you need someone that's gonna get in your grill and say, because I love you, stand down. You need someone in this season that because of the love that they have for you, and not because it's superficial, but because it's pure, and it's the kind of love that God is pleased with. They will be able to say, listen here, girl, boy, sir, ma'am, no, nada, zilch. That's who you need in this season. No nonsense. In this season, you need that type of spirit around you. You need that defensive spirit that's not afraid to stand up to the adversary and the imps that he uses, knowing that they will be true and be real, and they will be loyal. And listen here, Ladybug has spoken. That's it. That's all God gave me for you today. Be blessed. I love you. Guess what? It's football day in the nation's capital, the biggest rival there is in the NFL. And for those of you who are not watching this season, I respect you. I respect the plight of Colin Kaepernick, but guess what? I'm still a Redskins fan. I love the game of football. So guess what? Redskins fans, let's do this. Let's encourage our team today to send that fallen star back to Texas where it belongs. I love you. Listen here, the Ladybug has spoken. It's real out here in these streets. It's real out here. It's not a game. Our lives depend on who our point guard is in this season. I love you. I'll talk to you soon.